joined by the one, the only Cortez here with me. What's good,
boy? What's poppin'? What's poppin'?
What's up, my brother? How are you?
I'm good, man. Good, man. Great weather.
Beautiful
it's one of
weather
them days.
when we
It's a
recording this.
Friday. You know what's up.
Yo, new project Resolutions out now. Congratulations on the success of the project. You know, I seen you post a couple stats on it. You know, you did like what 40-50,000 in January. Congratulations on the project. Congratulations on all the success this year. You know, one of the first things that I thought about when you know I booked this interview, and I really want to get your take on is, you know, obviously being a battle rapper, you know, is it easy to kind of go from the battle rapping stuff to like recording, making music with the track and whatnot? Because like I always hear stories of people being like, oh, it's a little difficult, or, you know, they do one thing or the other. But for you, what is that like when it comes to you and your craft?
Well, first of all, I feel like I'm blessed enough that I understand each demographic, because I feel like when you're battle rapping, it is a completely different mind frame. What's good, what's cheesy, and it's super lyrical and like breaking down personal things and very niche on like certain topics. But when it comes to making music is just whatever emotion I feel like, whatever the beat talks to me. You know, there's other people included. Yo, man, you know what I mean? We might need a melodic hook, or we might need a singer, or we need certain things. And that to me is a true love, because I'm able to play around with the ranges of my pen with music. Battle rap, there's no middle ground when it comes to battle rap. When you battle rapping, that's it. You got to go that way. Like, you got to go straight murder. You know, there is no balance.
Right. Do you feel like, you know, obviously you're an exception because you get both sides. But when you see other battle rappers, do you see that for some people it's like a little difficult to kind of get on both sides or play
No, there's some guys that just can't do it. Like, let's just keep it real. Like, there's some guys that just can't do it, you know. But there's also a new wave of like battle rappers that don't even try to make music. Like I've met certain battle rappers like, yo, I'm a battle rapper. I'm like, okay, but do you make? No, I just battle. I've never been in the studio. To me, that's odd. I'm from the era where you battled to try to get a deal.
Right.
You know, like that's what everyone used to do. So to see that, the times have changed, but it's also shown how big battle rap is, that it's a demographic in its own that earns money, that pays the bills, and gives us independent artists ways to feed our family, you know, like without a label structure or industry structure. So there's a lot of pros and cons with it.
Right, because, you know, I'm even like, you know, you mentioned, you know, back in the day and whatnot, and I'm even thinking about, because we were talking about the Biggie doc a little bit before we started this interview, and how, you know, they showed the footage of Biggie battle rapping in the hood. With that, like, it's like, oh, like, you know, it's definitely changed a lot, because back then, you know, obviously what Biggie was trying to do was obviously kind of break through that barrier and obviously, you know, make music or not. But now it's like, you know, you see that there are venues that have, you know, well, before COVID, have packed crowds and are like, you know, you're seeing like the battle rap like taking a bigger stage in the mainstream media too, which is kind of dope.
Even international, I've battled in 4 different continents.
What continents have you battled in?
Well, no. 3 different continents. I battled in Europe.
Okay.
I battled in Europe, but I battled in various places in Europe, London, Amsterdam, stuff like that. Then you got America, you got Canada, same place. But then I've also even went to Australia and sold out for 2 weeks straight. Like, it's crazy. Like, you really sit there and be like, yo, battle rap has really like expanded. It literally took me from the corner all around the world.
That's crazy. Like, you know, when you go to these different countries and you have fans out there, because you mentioned you went to Australia and you sold out there. What is that like? Because, like, you know what I'm saying? We here in New York, obviously New York is like its own little world. But when you kind of get out to these different countries and you meet these people and they're like, oh, we know you because of this, and this, like, what does that feel like for you?
Well, to me, it's just reassuring. Like, to be able to do what I love for a living is a blessing. Like a blessing. Like, I do what I love. And then when I go to these different places, they treat you like royalty. Like, they really respect, and they'll really sit there and say, yo, they was going through some time, or they was doing something. Like yesterday a dude stopped me. I didn't know who he was. He was like, yo, you Cortez? I'm like, yeah. He's like, yo, before anything, I just want to tell you, I was in the Marine Corps back in 2010. Wow. And we was stuck in the trenches and we watched your battles all night one night. Like, that's what he remembers of me. So it's like, you sit there and be like, damn, like, all right, you've contributed to certain people's lives, certain things. And for that off battle rap, man, that's super dope, bro. Like, to me, it's just super dope. It's super humbling. And it, like I said, it's reassuring.
Right. Well, now we hear with this new album, man, you know, it's your first album since, you know, The Exception in 2017, like first full feature length project. How does it feel to, you know, be back in this place? What is it? We're 4 years since 2017. Yes, I can do math. 4 years. How does it feel to kind of be back in this place and have a full length project back out to the people? And why the wait?
I felt like I was teasing over the last 3-4 years. I was teasing, dropping singles, you know, checking what people were responding to, checking what people like, what videos people like. Right. And for the most part, people just jacked my music, period. But people were also saying, when are we going to get a project? Like, when are we going to get something to officially say Cortez can cross over? And I feel like Resolutions was the result of that, where now people are respecting me in a different space. So for me to be able to battle rap for 10 plus years and now put out a project and I can move into a different space and push my brand, and then being able to put something out that can push me in a whole different lane and push me in a whole different space where people will look at me and sit there and say, oh, Cortez is more than a battle rapper. Right. We can do this with him now. He can do this. It's a great thing, because it just lets me know that I can continue to build on my brand and build on my name as Cortez.
Facts. And, you know, you reconnected with Matt the Man for Digital Scale on this project. Obviously, y'all had that collab, I think 2017 too, with Classic, the remix of Classic. With this, you know, how did that connection come about? How did y'all make that? How did y'all first meet and all that?
He loves battle rap.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Battle rap. You know, and we've been polying for years. So, you know, it was just one day we was chilling in the studio and he was just like, yo, you know, I got you, right? And I'm like, what, like with a song? And he's like, yeah, I got you. I'm like, all right, cool. You know, and I had the song ready. He knocked that one out. And when we did that and we shot the video, he respected my vision. He respected my ear. Then he really tapped in. He's like, yo, you all right? Like, you know, he was like, this is one of the best collabs I've done with an unsigned artist, like, period, cool. I was like, good looking. And then after that, when we doubled up, I recorded the whole album, Resolutions, at the Meth Lab. He just opened up a new studio right before the pandemic. I hit him up. I said, yo, man, I'm trying to work on this next project. He said, yo, do it in my studio. I'm going to give you the love price. What day you want? You got Friday nights, all night, 10 p.m. to whatever. Like, that's you. It's blocked out for the next 3 months. You got it. Click. And then when I recorded the album, I had Digital Skills lined up. I hit him up. Yo, I got something for you. He knocked it out.
That's amazing. So with the video for Digital Scales on the way, when can people expect that? And, you know, you mentioned before this interview that this is more your pocket of like the song and whatnot. What is, you know, what are we doing with the video?
Digital Scale will be out within the next week and a half.
Okay.
We're just gonna, now that we get in the final, we probably get the final edit this weekend. And once we get the final edit, then it's all about just launching it, you know? So it'll take a couple days for us to figure out how we're gonna launch it, and that's it.
Got you. So, you know, you mentioned being independent. What, I guess, are some of the positives and negatives that you've, I guess, faced over the years of being an independent artist?
Well, I always feel like if you're a mainstream artist, then you get to a bigger bag. You get to a bigger bag and you get a bigger exposure in order to figure out what you want to do. You meet the right people, you meet industry people, you meet your connections go further. But I feel like also me as an independent artist, all the connections I have garnered and all the things that I have done, it's more personal. Whoever I work with, whoever I build with, whoever I have history with, like, it's more genuine. It's not because I have money or because I'm a popular artist. It's because they genuinely fuck with me. And when you get a circle like that, I feel like it extends your career longevity. I've seen a lot of guys come after me, blow up, and then fall off, and they doing bad. And at least me, I can say I've been doing this steadily. And if I'm still getting checks and, like I said, doing what I love, then I'd rather stay in my lane and do that than blow all the way up for 1 year and completely fall off.
Right. It's about consistency, not just, I actually
building a catalog.
I actually watched you talk about this on your IG. Well, not this exact specifically, but you mentioned, people doing shit for clout and, people being like, oh, I want ops. And, all this other stuff on your IG. And I think that only, that goes to what your point where it's like, these people, kids are out now, they're like, they want to be hot in the moment. They're not really thinking about like, okay, you could be hot now, or you could just be consistent. And you could just continue to get money the entire way instead of just getting this money now, blowing it all, and then, you know, God knows how you end up.
Fast money come and goes. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's how it goes. And that's cool if that's what you want. But I have a whole bigger plan. Like, you know, like it's not just for now. It's like, no, I want a legacy. That's what I always tell people.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. And I really did feel what you were saying in that IG video, because I feel like a lot of people, you know, who are my age
for no reason,
younger,
they just gassing it. Yeah, they for no reason. Like, yo, bro, just be you, bro.
Yeah, just chill, man. Like, I don't know why people want static so much when you could just live a peaceful life and mind your own business. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And still win. And also, while I was on your IG, I saw this hilarious video of Big Daddy Kane, right? He was talking about you, and he was saying that, I don't know how long ago this battle was, but you dissed him in the battle, like, and that he was judging. Yo, that shit is hilarious. First of all, I know you must look up to him and fuck with him. How did this happen?
All right, so back in 2009, they had a Lions Den. Lions Den was a big DVD, and you know, that was the whole transition from DVD to World Star.
Right.
And battle rap was really a part of that movement, if you really know that. Like, World Star got lit with battles.
Yeah.
So Kid Capri, I had a couple battles online. Kid Capri called like the top 12, 13 names. They call us all to the shop. We have a meeting. It's Kid Capri. They're saying, hey, man, we're trying to put these battles together for this event. It's going to go on HBO. It's going to put you guys in a different light. You know, blase. And Lion Den was the hottest thing out. They end up getting me versus Head Ice. Now, Head Ice was the hottest battle rapper on the DVD market. He was the best. And I felt like they were lining me up. And he's from Harlem, and I had to battle him at home. So I said, oh, yeah, they think I'm not like that. They don't know I'm really like that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You know, boom, I rolled my rounds, boom, I had everything ready. We go up to Harlem. Yo, on the corner, it's 150 people outside on the corner. Like, they had to shut down the street in front of Black Star. Mm-hmm. They put 2 big flat screens outside so people could watch the battle going on in the store on the curb.
That's
like
crazy.
It was packed. Cops was out. It was crazy. So I'm sitting there, and I guess they thought like the bright lights or whatever was gonna get me nervous. They don't know me. You know what I'm saying? They didn't know me. So as soon as Ice started rapping, I was like, yo, you ready? And you see it. I'll send you the footage. And he's like, yeah. Now, the judges for the battle was Big Daddy Kane, Rakim, KRS-One, Styles P, and Raekwon.
Holy shit.
Kid Capri is in there because he threw the thing. Lux is hosting it. Mook is hosting it. Rex is, everybody in battle rap is there.
Right.
I went noodles. Boom. The third round, I felt like I just smoked them 3-0. Then all of a sudden it was like, yo, we want to see one more, because no one could believe that I was smoking him like that. And I was like, yo, y'all really gonna send this to overtime? And in overtime, I was mad. I still think my verse was better than his, but he had a good verse. Mm-hmm. They gave him the battle. I wilded out. I was tight, but I felt like they gave him a battle because at the end I was like, they sent it to overtime. So fuck it. I might as well kick the bucket. I can't win. Ice, you went to school with all the judges. And the whole place went crazy.
I feel like off that bar alone, you should have won.
I was like, yo, y'all really sending this to overtime right now? Y'all want him to win. The fix is in. So when I said it, it was crazy. You know what I mean? And then everybody was just like, oh shit. You know, so from there, even though I lost technically, they judged me lost. It was a big thing. But everyone felt like it was a fixed battle. Oh yeah, jerk. And it blew me up way more.
So you won at the end of the day. And now you got
Big Daddy
legends.
Kane's talking about it.
I was about to say
years later.
I was about to say you still got legends talking about it. And I think like off that bar alone, they should have given it to you. Like that shit, like for you to take the time to diss every single person in the fucking room, like I feel like that's kind of crazy.
And you know, over time I've chilled with Styles, I've chilled with Ray,
right?
And they just show me love. They be like, "Yo, boy," like, you know what I mean? Like it's like a good, and it's great to have that memory with those legends. It's like, yo, I got my own little piece of history, you know?
Man, that's awesome. Thank you for sharing that piece of history with me, because I feel like now I gotta go and watch that tape, because I definitely need to see. I need to see this in 1080p. I need to watch that. I need to watch this shit happen in like high def. Which leads me into my next question. Okay, so someone who wants to get into battle rapping, like, you know, just someone who wants to consume the media and whatnot, what would be your best advice on how people could get into watching? Like, what do you recommend?
I would recommend you to watch 3 battles.
Okay.
The 3 battles I would recommend you to watch is Cortez versus Holohan.
Of course.
I would recommend you to watch Loaded Lux versus Calico.
Okay.
And I would recommend you to watch
what are we thinking on this?
Maybe Verb versus Hitman.
Okay.
And you see those 3 battles and you'll sit there and be like, oh, I love this. You know what I mean? Because it's every element, from personals to rivalries to the crowds. You see how the crowds get bigger and bigger, and it really shows star quality and the potential of battle rap.
I love that. I love that. So, you know, so is there a platform that people need to go check out too? Or is obviously I know mostly they're probably on like YouTube and whatnot, but is there like
URL? Smack now has his own app, the URL TV app. And that app is exclusive now. So like most of the battles on URL, they go to the app directly. They're not even on YouTube no more. Like they're basically building their own brand and making their money. It's like a monthly subscription, like Netflix. It's the
in the
Netflix
same way like
WWE.
WWE has their own app and shit like that.
$7.99 a month. You get the URL TV app. You get all the exclusives.
That's hard. That's hard. And, you know, I had to ask you, you know, about this Biggie doc too. We're talking a little about it. How did you personally feel about it?
I loved it. I feel like it gave a different perspective on how ill Big was and the odds that he faced, you know, and it broke down really the process, not just him all of a sudden meeting Puff and blowing up, because a lot of the stories just do that, but they really broke it down, like the risk that Big took, the people that was around Big, you know, the things that made him take it serious, you know, things like that. Like, those are things that as a rapper, I appreciate, because I can go back and say, you know what? That day that happened to me, and that was a turning point. I took this serious. You know what I mean? And you start realizing like, yo, these things are what motivates people to be great.
Yeah, like the moment, like similar moments in your lives that happen.
And you see that, and that's what I loved about it.
No, I definitely think that they killed it with that. You know, before I let you go, one last thing I wanted to talk to you about. You know, obviously being a Latino in hip hop in New York, how important is it for you to kind of like, you know, are you in tune with like some of the new Latino rappers that are coming up? Like, obviously, you know, we got like J.I. the Prince, we got CJ. Are you in tune with any of these young dudes that are coming up?
Yeah, I know all of them. Like, you know, I feel like it's a great thing, and I feel like we need that representation. You know, I'm me myself. I'm one of the, if not, I am the biggest battle rap Latino in the world. So I've traveled and I've seen how we are respected, and I've noticed also how much responsibility we have as Latin artists to represent our culture and represent our people. So it's very, very unique. It's very prideful for me. Like, I'm proud of that, and to see them do it and see them come up. Hey man, you know, CJ, I was following CJ 3-4 years ago. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I know him. So it's like I see his come up. J.I. was on the Rap Game.
Yep.
With and if there's episodes, there's a whole season where they get taught how to battle rap with like some of my friends, like John and DNA. So we've been know about him too. You know, so just seeing these things and I see how they come up, I'm proud of them, and I just want them to represent the way I do.
Yeah, no, I love it. You know, I actually talked to Bodega Bams the other day about this, and about how
that's my guy.
Yeah, we had the same conversation, because I like having these conversations, because I feel like now there's like a point where there's more like young Latino rappers who are coming up. You know, there's Elijah the Boy, there's this kid Aaron Knight out of Brooklyn who's doing his thing, and I kind of just love seeing that, because I feel like for a while there wasn't that. You know, for a few years, and now it's kind of like, oh shit, you know, we're coming out of the woodwork. You feel me? Like, everybody's kind of getting their moment to shine and have their moment. And I think that's something that we were missing for a little bit. But I'm happy that, like, you know, we're at a point now where we have people like that in the media who are doing the thing and representing for us, for our culture, and for New York. Yeah,
I definitely do.
It's amazing. It's amazing. But I appreciate you taking the time out of your day, you know, this beautiful day in the city to chop it up with me.
You're not in the city, boy. Don't worry. Much love, bro.
But before I let you go, is there any last message you got to your fans out there? Anything else that they got to be on the lookout for? Anything like that?
Resolutions is out right now. Resolutions 2 is on the way. It's damn near done. So, and the digital scale video will be out this week.
When can the people expect Resolutions 2, part 2?
Summer.
Okay. Right in time.
Summer. Maybe a little earlier than that, but I want to knock out the rest of these videos, and I'm doing like a little mini movie around Resolutions, and I'm gonna put that out before I drop part 2.
Amazing. So make sure y'all on the lookout for that this summer. Let the people know where they can follow you at. Anything else you want to plug in there? Now's the time to do it.
At Cortez_Bodega on the gram. Hit me up, CortezPolitics@gmail. Let's work. Let's build. I respond to my DMs, man, and I'm out here.
Yeah, man. There you have it. Make sure y'all go check out Resolutions out now. Resolutions part sorry, I tripped over my words. Resolutions part 2 on the way. And until next time, it's Cortez on the radar, baby.
Gang, gang.